welcome to this edition of Supernatural Sunday. Uh, Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate everybody sticking with us. I appreciate all the views and stuff that we're getting from our other videos. It's truly fantastic and it's amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, after the debacle that happened last week in the season finale with Dean and Hale, we're going to jump into season 4, starting off with episode number 1 called Lazarus Rising. We get a few new characters. We get like 3 new characters in this episode. Some stick around, some don't. But getting into, we have a lady by the name of Genevieve Padalecki. Yes, I said Padalecki. She is the wife of Jared Padalecki, and she has done a movie called Hated, which I have not seen, and she did 52 episodes in a series called Wildfire, and she's done 12 episodes in Jared's version of Walker, Texas Ranger, which is very good. It's a lot different from the Chuck Norris version, but still a decent show. And she plays the character of Ruby, who is a demon. And then we get now this is one of the wildest names out of all the names that I've had on this show that I've talked about, all these characters. This has got to be the wildest name I've ever heard of, and I'm not making fun of it at all. Not at all. Her name is Thunderbird Dinwiddie, and she played in The Notebook with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. She also was in a TV movie that was based on the life of Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Dale Earnhardt Sr. I'm sorry, the Dale Earnhardt story. And she's also done 12 episodes of The Walking Dead. Very, very, very accomplished actress from her resume there. And then moving forward into another character that goes by the name of Castiel. Now, this is everybody's favorite character, it seems like, Dean and Castiel. Castiel was played by Misha Collins, who did 7 episodes of the series 24 with Kiefer Sutherland. He did 3 episodes of ER, and he did 13 episodes of the CW's Gotham Knights, which was based on lore of the Batman lore. Batman comics, and it was a pretty cool show. The premise of it was pretty neat. I don't know if it's still on or not right now, but I kind of liked the way it was going. He played Harvey Dent in that show, but he plays Castiel in Supernatural. So going forward out of that, we find out in this episode that something has pulled Dean out of hell. We have no idea what it is or why, and neither does Dean. He just knows that he has to find Sam and he has to find Bobby. So he stops at a gas station, grabs some drinks and some much needed provisions, busty Asian beauties. And then he is I don't know, he hears this loud screeching sound, which freaks him out. Of course, it would anybody. So he immediately grabs a salt, thinking it's demons tracking him down or something like that. But he gets out of there and he makes his way to Bobby, who doesn't believe that it's really him. He goes through this test where he thinks he's a revenant or a shapeshifter or even a demon, which when Bobby finds out that it's none of those and that it's really Dean, he's overjoyed. And we also get the idea that if Dean is back, nobody knows what brought him back, and Sam has become more of a hardened Sam and a more reckless Sam. So the idea is put out there that Sam did the same thing that Dean had done and made a deal to get Dean back, which infuriates Dean. So then they track down Sam, only to find out that Sam did not do it. He even said that he had opened the Devil's Gate and tried to make a deal to get Dean back, which no demon would deal. which now brings the question: if it wasn't Sam, then just what was it? Um, so that leads into them going to see Bobby's friend Pamela, uh, Thunderbird Dinwiddie. I just like saying that name. Uh, who was a psychic, and to see if she has found out anything, and she hasn't heard of anything from the spirits. So her next idea was to perform a séance to get a look at whatever it was that brought Dean back. Um, which that turns out bad for her because the sight of whatever brought Dean back causes her to go blind. It burns her eyes out. Um, so the other course that they take in this in throughout, in this episode, I forgot to mention, um, Sam and Dean go to this restaurant that is overrun by demons. Of course, they didn't know that at the time, and they find out that the demons are just as scared of whatever it is that brought Dean back as they are. And then we figure out that Sam has been spending time with Ruby, working with his abilities, which we all know was Dean's, no, you shouldn't do that. But Sam Sam was without Dean. So what was he supposed to do? I mean, he was trying to harness, according to what he says, to save people. He's able to pull demons out of people and save the vessel. So he thinks he's doing good, but Dean's not going to see it that way. So they try to keep it a secret from Dean. But while Sam is running around with Ruby, Dean and Bobby go to a undisclosed location and decide to conjure whatever it was that pulled Dean from hell. And then we find out that it is Castiel, who claims to be an angel of the Lord. Now, this show in this season takes a more of a religious tone, which is okay. It was done very, very well. I was a little skeptic at first when I first started the season. I wasn't sure, how well it was going to go. But we find out that the reason why Dean was brought back was because not only did God command it, but because God has work for Dean. So where this all leads to, we just have to watch and find out. So with that being said, let's get into some clips from Season 4, Episode 1, Lazarus Rising. Here we go.
Surprise. I don't. Yeah, me neither.
Bobby! It's me!
My ass.
Whoa, wait! Your name is Robert Stephen Singer. You became a hunter after your wife got possessed. You're about the closest thing I have to a father. Bobby, it's me. All right, if I was either, could I do this with a silver knife?
Dean?
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
It's good to see you, boy.
Yeah, you too. not a demon either, you know.
Sorry. Can't be too careful.
So, are these the boys?
Sam, Dean, Pamela Barnes, best damn psychic in the state.
Well, I Ouija'd my way through a dozen spirits. No one seems to know who broke your boy out or why.
So what's next?
Seance, I think. See if we can see who did the deed.
You're not gonna summon the damn thing here.
No, I just want to get a sneak peek at it.
Who's Jesse?
Well, it wasn't forever.
His loss?
Might be your gain.
I'm so in.
Yeah, she's gonna eat you alive.
Hey, I just got out of jail. Bring it.
You're invited too, Grumpy.
You were not invited.
And I need to touch something our mystery monster touched.
Whoa. Well, you didn't touch me there.
My mistake. Okay. Castiel? No. Sorry, Castiel. I don't scare easy.
Castiel?
Its name. It's whispering to me, warning me to turn back. Your face now! I can't see. I can't see.
You sure you did the ritual right? Sorry. Touchy, huh? Wishful thinking, but maybe it's just the wind. Who are you?
I'm the one who gripped you tight and raised you from perdition.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
We need to talk, Dean. I'm an angel of the Lord.
There's no such thing.
You have no faith. Because God commanded it. Because we have work for you.
Okay, as I said, this was a very good episode, a very good start to this season. It was a phenomenal way to introduce Castiel as a new character. The build-up of the fear of what it was that brought Dean back, the way the demons were afraid of it, which made Sam and Dean even more afraid of it. Come to find out that it was Castiel, an angel of the Lord. We also find out that God has work for Dean. Dean's not per se very religious. He doesn't really believe in God. He doesn't believe in hell. Well, he does believe in hell now, but he has this feeling like if God exists, then where's he been through all this, all this torture and all this pain that people feel, that people have died because of these creatures that roam the earth, and God has not lifted a finger. He's defiant towards that. But this was a great episode. To see Sam going down that road, that's going to blow up sooner or later. Dean's going to find out. There's going to be hell to pay. But how far will it go before Dean finds out? We have to watch. We have to wait and see. We have to watch for that. Very good episode. Very good start to season 4. I'm excited to get into this season. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump on over to season 4, Episode 2. But before we do that, like I always say, first cup, best cup.
One.
Have a little milk, nose, mustache.
I knew. Meant to. It's how we drink it in Belgium. It's called a Belgian dip.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the second episode of Season 4, which is called Are You There? It's Me, Dean Winchester. Are You There, God? It's Me, Dean Winchester. This episode we have some returning favorites to the show, even just for one episode, which is okay. We have Nikki Acox, who played Meg. She's back in this episode. And we have Charles Malik Whitfield, who played Hendrickson. He's back. And we have Chris Gauthier, who played Ronald Resnick. He's back. And the reason why they're back is because someone, or they're angry spirits who are back attacking people, killing people who could have saved them. For whatever reason, they were unable to save them. So now their spirits are angry, and they're getting their revenge. They all, appear to whoever it was that could have saved them, and they kill them. They all have this little symbol on their hand, and we're trying to figure out what that's all about. So in studying all that, we find out that someone has cast a spell that allows these spirits to come back for whatever reason. And so far, by the end of the episode, we find out that 20 hunters were killed during this little spiel from whoever set up this spell. So throughout this episode, Sam and Dean run into Hendrickson and Meg and Ronald Resnick. Bobby runs into a set of twins that he tried to save from a monster, and they died. So, it's everybody going through their worst scenarios. We find out that the spell was cast by a Lilith. We find this out from Misha from Castiel, that Lilith has cast this spell that brought all these spirits back. And what she's trying to do is she is trying to unlock these 66 seals to not only bring along the apocalypse, but to raise Lucifer. So now that we've got all that to deal with. But before we get into anything else, let's take a look at some clips from Season 4, Episode 2, Are You There, God? It's Me, Dean Winchester.
Okay, look, Dean, why do you think this Castiel would lie to you about it?
Maybe he's some kind of demon. Demons lie.
A demon who's immune to salt rounds and devil's traps and Ruby's knife? Dean, Lilith is scared of that thing.
Don't you think that if angels were real, that some hunter somewhere would have seen one at some point, ever?
Yeah, you just did, Dean.
Chuckleheads want to keep arguing religion? You want to come take a look at this? Stacks of lore. Biblical, pre-biblical, some of it's in damn cuneiform. It all says an angel can snatch a soul from the pit.
What else?
What else what?
What else could do it?
Airlift your ass out of the hot box? As far as I can tell, nothing.
Say it's true. Say there are angels. Then what, there's a god?
At this point, Vegas money's on yeah.
I don't know, guys.
It's becoming less and less about faith and more about proof.
Proof?
Yes. Apparently you're a regular guy that's important to the man upstairs.
Well, that creeps me out. I mean, I don't like getting singled at birthday parties, much less by God.
Okay, well, too bad, Dean, because I think he wants you to strap on your party hat.
Fine, what do we know about angels?
Start reading.
You're gonna give me some pie.
You don't recognize me? This is what I looked like before that demon cut off my hair and dressed me like a slut.
Meg?
Hi. I'm not a demon.
You're the girl the demon possessed.
Meg Masters. Nice to finally talk to you when I'm not, choking on my own blood.
Oh, we thought...
No, you didn't think. I kept waiting, praying. I was trapped in there, screaming at you. Just help me, please. You're supposed to help people, Dean. Why didn't you help me?
I'm sorry.
Stop saying you're sorry!
Meg. We didn't know.
No. You just attacked. You think you're some kind of hero?
No, I don't.
Damn right. Do you have any idea what it's like to be ridden for months by pure evil?
Excellent job with the witnesses.
You were hip to all this?
I was made aware.
Well, thanks a lot for the angelic assistance. So Bobby was right. About the witnesses. This is some kind of a sign of the apocalypse.
That's why we're here. Big things afoot. The rising of the witnesses is one of the 66 seals.
Okay, I'm guessing that's not a show at SeaWorld.
Those seals are being broken by Lilith.
She did the spell. She rose the witnesses.
Mm-hmm. And not just here. 20 other hunters are dead.
Why break the seal anyway?
You think of the seals as locks on a door.
Okay, last one opens and?
Lucifer walks free.
I thought Lucifer was just a story they told at Demon Sunday School. There's no such thing.
3 days ago, you thought there was no such thing as me. Why do you think we're here, walking among you now for the first time in 2,000 years?
Stuff Lucifer.
It's why we've arrived.
Well, bang up job so far.
There are other battles. Other seals. Some will win, some will lose. This one, we lost. You should show me some respect. I dragged you out of hell. I can throw you back in.
Okay, now, after we have seen all that, we find out, of course, Lilith's involved in all this mess. She's trying to bring along the 66 seals, break them all, bring on the apocalypse, and raise Lucifer. We find out that this was what Castiel meant by having work for Dean. They want to stop Lilith from breaking these seals. And apparently, even though Sam and Dean stopped the spirits and broke the spell, Sam, Dean, and Bobby, the seal was still broken. Castiel says that there will be seals, that will be broken. They'll lose some. Hopefully they win more than they lose, but they will lose some. And we also, find out Dean is still being defiant towards God. Still doesn't believe God exists. He didn't believe Lucifer existed, and Cass was like, well, you didn't believe in me 3 days ago. But we also find out that Cass is strictly by the book. He tells Dean, we're not supposed to ride on your shoulder. We are soldiers for God. We are warriors, not your little playthings. And that he comes out and he says that Dean should show him more respect because he pulled him out of hell, but he can also put him back in. So there's that we got to worry about. Notwithstanding all this stuff going on, they got to stop Lilith. They got to stop the apocalypse. They got to stop Lucifer, the breaking the 66 seals. They got Sam running around with Ruby, harnessing his abilities, his powers. It's all going to come to a head in this season, and it's going to be a joy to go through it with you guys. I hope you enjoy these videos that I put out. Like I said, I do want to try to put out more. I'm starting to get my equipment set up the way I want it to. So we're getting there. Hopefully, when I get everything set up and get it worked in, I can start putting out more videos and more content. I recently was diagnosed as diabetic, so now I have to start this diabetic medicine, and it may cause a little issues when I first start it. So there's that, but hopefully I can get through that relatively easy and keep putting out videos like I want to. So with all that being said, please stick around, hang out with us, watch the videos, tell your friends about us, put us out there, and we'll get into the next 2 episodes of Supernatural Season 4 next week. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great week. Be on the lookout for some videos this week. I'm actually on vacation, so I may try to slip a couple more videos in this week before next week's Supernatural Sunday. So hit the notification bell so you get notified when the videos come out. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.